photograph. Let's take a close look at the photograph. I see a mistake in the photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Lubin, your photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That's correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That's most curious because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, Monsieur. The camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific? Certainly. I'm going to go with the clock. The clock in this photograph, there's something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defence sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cookie toe, Monsieur Rabbington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The hands. The photograph later shows the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. That much is self-evidence. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Clinier has no hands. It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Rorgwell or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Lobigno, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There is no mistake, Monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that doesn't exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock hand should be? Please, Monsieur, don't patronise us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Lobigno, edited the photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to take place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph's subjects of suspicion. Stuttering! In other words, Monsieur Lobigno created a perfect alibi. ... Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Lobigno coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Lobigno. Fine, you've got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Grinwy? What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered. By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Lobigno, I strongly advise you to answer the defence's question. You are pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws. More than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws. Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Lobigno, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancient regime, after all, or something. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failures as an artist. Good day, messieurs. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. Thank God, after I lost them. So the clock's hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Catalina as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Monsieur Rabbiton. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must consider the possibility that other parts were too. It's possible that Dame Catalina was painted out. Even worse, it's possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid off the photographer? Photographer! No, I'm going to say photographer. Or was it Senor Patois de Miao, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Senor Patois to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Rogwell deliberately tried to frame Dame Catalina? Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Remington, I'm not here for accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, mayhaps I should offer my opinion. Dun-dun-dun! Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Incompetence? Indeed, let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good, and I trust that the defence has no objections? Nope, no objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Oh, okay. Baron Wardwell, on the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Grimway left to visit the garden. Dame Catelyn followed behind him moments later. Senor Pertois, Monsieur Robinho and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grimby and Dame Catelyn. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, Gosson? I'm just here to recover the truth, Baron. Very well then, hit me with your best shot. Let's establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Rogwell, am an honest man. The defence may prosecute. We'll prosecute him, yeah, sure. So, garden. Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden, for ourselves. When was the last time you visited us? Baron Rogwell, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my... I have one new item in my inventory. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. I remember this part from the guide I saw. Byron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have had evidence that you have visited the garden recently. Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. Cigar butt. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin, right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody, and... Prosecutor, please shut your mouth, I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry, Baron. I suggested the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologise, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years, but naturally after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded, but as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, that you, Baron Bogwell, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? Want to spell it out? Fine, let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rogwell, murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. This is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motive, or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Rogwell as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robinho confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous! I would never threaten a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food diet that necessitates good cook. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless cook to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something. Object. Oh, you're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Senor Pertois de Miao, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Catelyn was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic. No, there is only one outrage here. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, Gaston! The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. And nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. Is that bourgeoisie or bourgeois? I don't know! I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You're incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here and now like a damned frog! ... Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honour! Let's go, old man, to the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. This is quite a set of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of speaking, well, to be honest, no. I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. Yes, that the animals of the court, please be patient in this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Catlin's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organise the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Catalin's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty. I'm not sure that I understand the difference. We have reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it's clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Cataline de Meow, to be not guilty. Yay! Not guilty! Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it. Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon. I can't take all the credit. This was the group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon. It was nothing. I very much liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked out unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there is no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh wow, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Don't tell me she actually did the murder. What? No. What? No. I murdered... What? No! I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my... What? It was nothing personal, just business, you understand? What? Business? To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Rogwell's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robinho's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grimway in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robinho to paint me over Baron Rogwell and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois. See, cat like me, kitty like me, bourgeoisie, I don't freaking know. I think you should leave. Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petit Sparrowson. Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? Wow. End of Act 1. Game has been saved. I hope when I click no, we can just... Well, I am shocked. I was kind of thinking that, like, claws, her dad is also a cat, and cats also do have claws. But all the evidence was pretty much pointing to Baron, but... Oh my god, that's just insane. We actually helped the murderer. Okay, well that was a twist. And quite interesting. And I went really long with recording this because I didn't realise how long the courtroom stuff was going to last. So for me this was all one big recording session of about 40 minutes. For you lot, it'll be cut down to less than that into smaller episodes. Hot damn, that was... wow. So, I guess, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all next time for some more Aviary Attorney, which we shall go to Act 2, which I have no idea what it's called, but hey, there we go. So thank you for watching. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.
This rock dove is named Waro Ryota, been friends since he was barely hatched. He can be a little mischievous, but he's responsible and kind.